Hey guys, what's up? It's me, E, with another video. Today we're going to take a look at a new deck that I've been playing classic challenges with. It's been a lot of fun. You can see I was 12-1 here. I think my first loss was maybe, I don't remember where it was, but I'm sure it was well deserved. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. We'll start off by opening this up and then we'll take a look at the deck and kind of how it plays. So let's get something good. The gold we can always use, the Royal Giant, and some archers, also good in the current meta. Tombstone, actually really good in the meta. I need 10 more to upgrade, so that's cool. And, ooh, a Dark Prince. One more and we get a level 5, so that's... Dark Prince isn't seeing a lot of play right now. I kind of want to try the P.E.K.K.A. Double Prince deck again. I feel like it might be a little stronger now. But let's take a look at the deck that we are playing. So, we're running, and this is a homebrew. It's probably popular, somebody else is playing it. I played a near mirror early on with it, but I just threw it together. So we've got the Furnace, the Inferno Tower, we've got the Miner, the Log, the Skeleton Army, the Mega Minion, the Hog+Miner, and a Zap spell. Now, the whole goal of this deck is to get chip damage in. And you do that through a variety of combinations, either with the Miner and Furnace, with the Miner Mega Minion, with the Miner and Hog+Miner. The Miner's kind of the key to the deck, so it's kind of a challenge. It can be a kind of tricky, especially if you don't get your card rotation right. But let's take a look at some of the games that we've played. Maybe one of the more standard decks that you might encounter would be this one against Coral Boy. And honestly, I only won this one because he made a mistake at the end, and I'm really okay with that. So he starts off with the Tombstone. I don't have the greatest opening hand here, so I think I just throw out a Miner. This is really an awful starting hand. There's nothing I can pair with my Miner, so I'm just going to go straight for the Tower. I have found that by going for the Tombstone, I waste the chip damage that I really need from that Miner. So he's got a Mega Minion now. I'll drop my own to counter that. And I'm actually going to zap here. I don't know that it was necessary, but I did it just to make sure that my Mega Minion stayed alive. At this point, he drops the Golem, which kind of sucks for us too, because as you can see, our Inferno Tower is not in rotation. Not sure why I took so long to place my Furnace just now, but I definitely wasted at least one elixir, possibly two. So there's an early mistake with us. He's got minions coming down, and there's the Graveyard, which I wasn't expecting. Fortunately, I have Skeleton Army to counter that. I've got the Mega Minion in the back to counter those minions, and the Golem is just going to do some work on my poor little Furnace. But if you noticed, I did manage to get my Hog+Miner down as well and push that left-hand lane, getting that left-hand tower down to 1045, which he left basically completely unprotected. So, guys, again, the way to beat Golems is to push the other lane. So if they're coming at you, you get some defense going, but push the other lane. So really thankful that I had my Hog+Miner in rotation there, and he just did some work. So now we're going to try and just work on that tower. I knew full well that he had that defense. Man, what I wouldn't have given for a poison spell right there. But fortunately, he's got all this stuff coming at me. None of it's going to do too much work. I'm going to place a perfectly timed Furnace so that the arrow from the tower takes out the minion rather than one of my fireballs. Little fire spirits, and the Mega Minion is going to go down to the tower without getting any hits off. So that's that was critical. And now I've got that Furnace. Just see, look at that, 853 to 684. Just you get those little Furnace shots going down. The first one will die, but that second one is critical. And here I go wasting more elixir. I think I just wasn't sure where I wanted to place my tower. He's got the Golem. He's got the Graveyard, which we have a pretty good counter for with our skeletons. He's going to fireball all that. So I'm going to log just to get a few last second cleanups on that. And he almost has my tower. Look at that Furnace. Oh, and we just take out the Golemites before they get off two more hits on my tower. Now he does a smart this is where he messed up. He decided to push that other lane. If he had just kept pushing that right-hand lane, he would have probably taken the tower. But because he decided to go all in on the left, all of his troops are over there, and that's the tower I need to go for. So I've got 2 towers down. I'm just looking for chip damage. I need to defend this because those an unchecked graveyard will just wreck you. But I've got an open tower, so we're going to get our miner down and our log, and that's going to finish it off for a close 1-0 victory. So overall, a pretty good match. I wasted a lot of elixir in it, and I don't advise doing that. So, but that's definitely what caused me some headache there. Taking a look at this last one, the one that actually got me to 12, was a pretty strong win. He had a pretty good deck, but I felt like we just had him on lockdown the whole time. So against Jano from Lechtico, I don't know. So standard tombstone, you see that a lot these days. We'll throw down a mega minion in the back and get ready for a small push. There's the ice wizard. You know what? We're gonna take this thing out. I decided this match that I was just tired of the tombstone. So I put my furnace down to go to the left because I knew how ineffective it was going to be against that ice wizard. Now he's got a lot of stuff coming here, so we're going to have to zap and then look at this Hog+Rider placement. Hog+Rider right there, and that's going to distract the minions so they don't get off all those hits on the tower. He's going to hit me with a well played. At this point, I'm not even caring about the Hog+Rider. He was only there to save damage from the tower, and he did a great job. So here he's dropping his dragon, and I really like Skeleton Army as a counter to the dragon, which I think he zapped it. But I really like it because it takes so long for that fire to build up from that moving Inferno dragon. Get another furnace in the back to start getting some chip damage on the right. Honestly, I probably should have played that to the left, but see, look what happens with the Ice Wizard. He just freeze, and they're completely useless. So, I don't like the idea of his 3 elixir card just completely stopping my 4. That's not a good elixir trade. But that clutch zap right there, guys, with the Fire Spirit, made sure that the Hog+Rider got some hits in, took out the Tombstone, the skeletons from the Tombstone, and the minions. So that was a really good play for us. So I'm really excited about that. He had a really questionable zap there. Not sure what that was about. I threw down my Inferno Tower because I was just wasting elixir, didn't have any other good plays, and he throws down his golem. I guess really not liking to see the Inferno Tower there with it. So here I go wasting more elixir. I mean, just a ton of elixir. But I wanted to get that. I wanted to get that miner up there on the tower. So at this point, he throws down a lightning, and I'm like, crap. Oh, look, there's another Inferno Tower. I throw down another furnace to help clean up that minion. And at this point, I have a little bit of trouble dealing with not the Golemites, but that Inferno Dragon. He's kind of annoying. He's not within range of the tower, so he's doing a little bit of work. So that was a really good dragon. He got some value out of that, but I did choose to ignore it for the 10 seconds just because it takes so long to heat up and go on a counter push. Which ended up working out well for us. So we've got 2 furnaces down, now 1. When you get 2 furnaces, it's really, really good. Look at that, 4 little fire spirits all just raging down the lane. There's nothing better than that. So we're gonna clean that up and just get a quick push going. He doesn't have a really good counter. He throws down his tombstone, but again, look at that. Look at with the zap and the. And that miner placement, we have that tower on lockdown every time, and we've got good tower counters to his other cards. So I think he drops a golem, but we've got our Inferno Tower, so we're not worried about that. He's obviously anticipating it, wants to drop a lightning to take care of it. We'll get down our skeleton army, and it's because our Inferno Tower had so much health, it's still enough to take out the golem with a fair amount of work, and we're going to clean it up with another miner Hog+Rider combo. And I guess he wasn't too happy with that, but we were, because that was our 12th win of the match. So a fun deck, guys. I highly recommend that you try it. If you have the legendaries, obviously. Not sure that there's a really good substitute. You know, some of the legendaries just don't have a good substitute. Like obviously the Inferno Dragon you could potentially substitute in for any high damage dealing card that either needs a tank or the Inferno Tower, one or the other. You know, Ice Spirit, Ice Wizard, potentially arrows for the Princess, though just not as good. The Miner really doesn't have a good suitable substitute. Even at more elixir, there just isn't one. Closest I could think of would be Goblin Barrel, due to the elixir cost. It might, and your ability to place it wherever you want. But the Miner is more tanky, and he's just a really good card. The Log is just here to clean up all those ground troops that I keep getting spammed with. If you don't have the Log, you could swap that out with arrows. The Log is almost a must-have for princesses these days, but it also does work against goblins. It does work against let's see, goblins. Let's take a second and just go down through here and look at the benefits of the Log, right? So Ice Spirit kills it, Skeletons kills it, Goblins kills it, Fire Spirits kills it, Spear Goblins kill it, Archers doesn't quite kill it but does do a hurting on it. Goblin minions, they fly. Goblin Barrel kills it. Princess kills it. Combined with a Zap or Fire Spirits, does really good work on guards. Really good against Tombstone. Can be very effective against P.E.K.K.A. or Mini P.E.K.K.A. rather, if it's close to your tower. Most of these other troops, it's only good if there are a bunch of them. But it's good against spawner decks. It's good against the Witch. You know, it can actually even be useful against Sparky. I've definitely used it against Sparky. It can be useful against the Royal Giant if you knock him back and then have him target another tower, like one of your defensive buildings. So that's pretty good. And it's actually not too bad against the Three Musketeers. So just a lot of really good value out of a 2 elixir card, and in this deck costing 3.3 you can cycle to it pretty quickly. So anyway, that's the deck. Hope you get a chance to try it out. Let me know in the comments below what you think of it. My name's E, and I'll see you later.